Hi, my name is Cliff Kane. I've been with H3 Enterprises, the parent company of Alma Creamery, since 2016. I've been with the been out at the creamery since 2017, and I currently run the plant. We have three different parts of our cheese making process. The production, where we make the cheese, the wrap out, where we take it from production and put it into longer term storage, to then where the processing people can process it into the cuts that the normal consumer would be buying. Within the production team, we have about 4 to 5 guys, what I call 4.5, that are dedicated to production. They start at 4 in the morning. I have 2 people show up at 4. I've got another one that shows up at about 5:45, and then everybody else shows up at 7. Regarding the cheese production, there are 3 distinct areas. First is pasteurization, which we do high speed, high temperature, or HTHS, high temperature, high speed. We do it for 15 minutes at over 161 degrees. Second is we introduce pasteurized milk into the vat, and that's where the curd making process starts. That takes approximately 2 hours from start to finish, and then it transfers over to the cheddar table, and that's just because it's easier to work in over there for the guys and gals who are actually hand making the cheese. They're flipping the cheese, they're stirring the cheese. It is a very hands-on process, and when you see the video, you'll see the curds stirring around, you'll see the guys bucketing them, all of that. In larger operations, you don't see that. Everything is done internally, and sometimes, from what I understand, the cheese never sees the light of day until it's already bagged up and ready for the consumer. We make 2 types of cheese, cheddars and jacks, and out of those we have about 85 different cuts, meaning we've got blocks, and we've got horns, and we've got curds. And curds are by far our largest seller, and they're a traditional milled curd cheddar. And then we also make our jack cheeses, which is also called a Worcester curd, which basically the curd is about the size of cottage cheese, if you're familiar with that. And what we do is we separate those for the cheddars. We separate them, pack them on the sides, cut them, and then we start rolling them. And that is about an hour to hour and a half process. There we're continually monitoring our acids and our pHs. We want the acids to rise, we want the pHs to fall. We're still kind of old school. Most of the rest of the industry has moved on to concentrating just on pH. We do both because it's tradition and it's the nomenclature that we kind of know. But my guys are getting better with pHs, and it's also not subjective. pHs is a meter that runs it. The acids are titration, so it leaves some judgment error. So probably we will be leaning towards pHs in the near future. I would like to see the creamery and our commercial efforts expand greatly. I'd like to put the plant to its full capacity. With that increased capacity is going to be an increase of automation. But more importantly, it's probably going to be an increase of automation on the processing side. The production side is going to be virtually the same. It's going to be handmade cheese. That's what we're known for. It's local milk. We're not stealing the cream off the milk to sell it as a separate product. So you're getting really, really good milk. You're getting good cheese, and the automation will be over on the processing, which is going to allow us to produce a lot more, and then we can process a lot more on that end. And that's my vision. I'd like to, we've in the neighborhood of doubled, maybe a little bit more, our incoming milk quality or quantity, and we need to, I want to see that grow even more. there's a giant sense of pride when something that I've either proposed or has been proposed to me, and then I've had to come up with the solution on how we're going to execute it. The execution, the buy-in from our team members that they want to do it and they want to perform to their best is a great sense of pride from a leadership and a management and even ownership perspective.